Hello, welcome to The One Show with Adrian Childs.
And Christine Blakely, and we're honoured to have Cilla Black with us. Cilla, lovely to see you.
Oh!
That's a very, very poor kind of an introduction. You can't do that with Cilla. She needs more than that.
How could we do it a bit better? What was the name of that fella you had on with you? Graham. Wouldn't it be great if we could get Graham?
Oh, Graham.
Miss Cilla Black.
Let's see if we can get him to do that. Go on, take it away, Graham.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, your guest tonight is Miss Cilla Black.
Oh, very nice surprise.
That's our Graham in our
Is he actually here then?
He might well be.
He might well be, yeah.
Doesn't he look gorgeous? A
He
lot
does.
of people still ask about our Graham, you know, and he looks fabulous.
He does.
I didn't actually quite meet him for 2 years because he went into that little box. Well, no, I didn't for the first 2 years. I was doing Blind Date for 2 years. I never ever saw him. And he never came to the Christmas parties. But then one year I had a Christmas party at our house.
Yeah.
And he came and brought his lovely wife. Look how gorgeous he
His
is.
hair is lovely, isn't it?
That is what our Graham looks like.
I want to run my fingers through that hair. It's
Oh.
lustrous. We'll see you shortly, Graham. Also with us... So, can you remember what it was like in Liverpool growing up and having to watch the pennies like that?
Well, I have to state right from the start, I didn't realise I was poor. My parents, you know, if they were here today, would be able to answer that. I was a war baby, so you better not shout at me.
Yeah.
But as a child, everything... You know, the first time I realised I was poor or came from a poor background is when I actually came to London and I was being interviewed by someone like yourself. And they said, oh, and you know, the head goes over to one side. Oh, it must have been awful, you know, living in Liverpool. And I'd said, no, it was great. It was great, actually, because we were all in the same boat. And you've got to remember there was no fabulous presenters that you have there doing items on television because nobody had television. Nobody could afford television. So nothing was really highlighted in the press, even in the local press, because we only bought the Liverpool Echo and we were all in the same position. And we all, you know, I remember my Auntie Nellie having chickens in her backyard and, you know, we had fresh eggs. And then another relative would grow organic vegetables, so we had fresh vegetables. And I do remember very little meat. I had very little meat, an awful lot of offal, and I love offal today. I love me liver, I love me kidneys, stuffed art. You know, stuff that you go to the butchers these days, and I ask my housekeeper, and I say, just tell them it's for the dogs, because they won't give, they say, you want hearts?
Yeah.
You want hearts? So I never really knew I was poor, because everybody was in the same boat.
There can't be many people who ask their housekeepers to go out and buy offal. You're supposed to send them out for caviar or something, don't you? You've got a housekeeper.
I don't like caviar. Don't like caviar. Don't like all the posh stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I love all... I'm still a plain, very plain...
I would have prepared you some stuffed heart. It would have been my very big pleasure,
Yeah,
Cilla.
especially
Next time...
with Paxo. Stuff the heart with the
I know.
Paxo.
Even after 45 years in showbiz, Cilla, we were saying today, you're still eating awful, which
And
we
my
quite like,
word,
don't
Cilla,
we?
haven't you, or didn't you have, I'm sure you still have, a lovely voice. Look at this.
Something tells me something's gonna happen tonight. I read in the papers that Gemini people will make it tonight. Anyone will take me in his arms and love me too. You really could come on, baby. I know it. You've lost that love and feeling. What's it all about? I'll is it just for the moment we live? What's it all about when you sort it out?
We've got to bring back Cilla's singing voice.
Oh, no. I don't even know whether I've got a singing voice now. Actually, I'm going to be singing in Liverpool, the city of culture, this Christmas. I don't even sing in the shower now, but I'm going to have to...
But why not? Why not, though? I mean, you don't suddenly stop having a voice like that. Your voice didn't suddenly drop, did it, at the age of 50 or something?
No, and actually it matured a lot from the years, because I used to go on the road. I lived you know, on the road for years and years, as well as doing the telly shows. And it was really, really hard work. But now I've got to get back into, you know, down at the gym to work out, to really get fit for the Liverpool pantomime that I'm doing, Cinderella. They're calling it Cillarella up there. But no, I don't sing these days, not even in the shower.
Well, Burt Bacharach, of all people, said there weren't too many white singers around who could convey the emotion I felt in many of the songs I wrote, but that changed with people like Cilla Black. That's high praise indeed.
Better.
I know, it's amazing. And, you know, he wrote one of the biggest songs that I ever did, which was, of course, which was Alfie, which he wrote for the film Alfie with Michael Caine. And they wanted me to do it over here. And I didn't like that. I remember I was in pantomime playing Little Red Riding Hood in Wimbledon when the record came, and a guy was singing it on the demo discs. They had demo discs in those days. And I thought, what's this, you know, Pufter singing about what's it all about, Alfie? I didn't like it, you know. I mean, Alfie was the name that you called your budgie or your dog, and I just didn't see it as a song at all.
What about this whole Eurovision debacle recently? I mean, you were asked to enter it a couple of times, weren't you, Cilla? What are your views on it now?
Well, the first time I was asked, it was very daunting for me because I was offered, I was the youngest, I was a child really, and Billy Cotton Jr. offered me my own TV series for BBC in monochrome, black and white. Oh my goodness. And at the same time he said, would I do the Eurovision? And I just thought it was a wee bit daunting. And so Cliff Richard did it.
He didn't do badly.
He didn't do badly.
Well, he didn't do badly. Actually.
We'll talk to you again shortly, especially about the panto. I must apologise. On yesterday's programme, I made several ill-advised, disparaging comments about foxes. I really am very sorry. Foxes looking at me very plaintively and angry last night as I drove past them. I said sometimes I felt like speeding up and running them over. I didn't mean that. I was just trying to get a reaction from our wildlife. No, I didn't. Here I'm just demonstrating my love.
You smell, though.
No, they don't. No, I can't say anything more disparaging.
And they keep
Cilla,
you awake at
listen,
night.
You'll get the hate.
I nearly picked up the phone.
Look,
I'm on your side, Adrian.
Well, no, I'm not. No, you're not, because I love them. All the hate mail.
of you.
All the hate mail I got about foxes, I'm going to forward it straight to Cilla now.
Yeah, you do that, because I nearly phoned 999. Someone was being raped in my wood, and it was the foxes just having a, you know, being amorous with each other.
Look, this is how much I love foxes. I was trying to find a live fox, but I couldn't catch one. Look, there's love in my eyes, and the fox is there. Kiss on the lips there. And I think you'll agree we make a very happy couple there.
There's something just wrong about that, if I'm being honest. But anyway.
Well, there's people saying I think you should drive your car into a tree. There's people wanting me dead for criticising foxes.
I did agree with that yesterday,
I don't
but
think
anyway.
you should be killed, but I mean,
We'll talk about
they do smell, though.
Okay.
They do smell, and they screech, and, you know, they're being very angry. We want that.
Well, that's the
We'll have
end
to
of the
press
fox
on.
chat,
We'll
okay? That's it. Well done. Well done.